self-defense, you actually have to worry about somebody getting a hold of you, grabbing hold of you. It's not like sport fighting where you're in a mutual combat and it's about punching and kicking and engaging the person. What we want to do is disengage. So this drill, which is what we call bridging, is going to teach you to do a partner drill where you can move to the outside of somebody and prevent them from reaching into your neck, grabbing the back of your neck, grabbing your wrist, all this type of stuff that applies strictly to self-defense. So guys, this is a self-defense training video for you and a partner. Let's get started. All right, this is a really fun drill, guys, that you can do. The first technique we're going to show you, this is to teach you how to deflect somebody's grab. For instance, if Dave's reaching out at me, this first one is called the windshield wiper, okay? With the windshield wiper, as he's reaching out, I'm going to deflect with a tactile right here to the center line. I'm not pushing it past because that elbow could collapse in on me very easily, okay? What I want to do is as he's coming in, I want to drive this to the center line, and then I want to come with the Chun Sao. Chun Sao, what you're doing is you're bringing the elbow inside of your wrist here, so this fashion, okay? It's inside of the wrist, and then from here, I'm going to rotate my upper body slightly, and I'm going to bridge. The bridging right here, you can see I'm on either side of the elbow. If he reaches across with the other hand through the center, we got that same thing, okay? So this is the bridge right here, okay? He reaches through again, I'm going this way. Now if he's going, what he's aiming for is to maybe grab at my neck or grab at my collar. I deflect, I slide, and I recreate right here. See how this is? Nice loose wrist, I'm not holding on right here. I'm using the hook of the wrist in kind of a Fook Sao position. I want my elbows in and not tucked out. So this is the first one, okay? You see this here, if somebody's reaching at me, I can use this technique later, but when I first strike it, I can use it to do all kinds of stuff. It's also very good later to take trapping. So if he reaches out the other hand, so I can take all kinds of locks. It's a very good technique to know. All right, but we're staying with the drill. So the first one is he's reaching through the center. I'm going to use the outside hand as a tactile. So it's going to look like a windshield wiper. It's going to be tactile, Chun Sao, pack, ton, and rotate into the bridge. So he comes in, pack, ton, rotate into that bridge. From here, he's going to come through the center. I'm going to slap that first hand, so it deflects it past the center line, rotate, and notice how my legs are, I'm turning my body at the same time. Okay, second one, he could be coming down at me, reaching for the back of my neck. I'm going to intercept it at where my watch band would be right here, and I'm going to roll it over. This bridge, it's as though I'm doing a front crawl swim stroke. I want to be able to look under. See how you can see me under the elbow? I don't want it down here. I want it to clear my head for later on if there's weapons and so on. And then from there, I'm going to bring it back down. So he comes over again, over top. I'm going to bring it over and bridge, okay? He's not trying to drop the hand out, so we're keeping here because as this goes, it's going to be a continual motion. So let's look at the first one. He reaches through the center, bridge. He reaches outside to grab my neck, bridge. Now when you're reaching, just go for the grabs. It doesn't have to be too dramatic. Just reach for the grab so it's more realistic, okay? So he's back in here. Let's go back to the other side. Come back through, good. It's in this bridge position. So you've got the first two. Third one right here is if he's now coming to reach to grab at my body, I'm deflecting there. And the key to this is I don't want to leave that space for somebody to get through and get into some grappling right here, okay? So as he's coming through, I'm going to deflect that out with my elbow. So again, let's start. We usually start with the windshield wiper. He comes in, windshield wiper, comes outside. We roll over with the Chun Sao, roll over with the Chun Sao. He goes for the body. I check and slide. So watch this one. As he comes through, I'm using the elbow in the Fook Sao position. And then I regain either side of the bridge. He comes back through, elbow here, okay? Elbow here. This is the very first part of the drill. As soon as you learn this one, we'll show you how to uproot somebody. The third one is he may be coming through this line, reaching in and coming through either to grab my wrist, for instance, and take control. I'm going to use the Chun Sao, turn this up, and be back to the bridge, okay? You guys, as you're practicing, the arm's gonna stay up. If you drop it down, we lose sort of the idea of it, and you're not going to be using a lot of strength. This is a fluidity drill. So now he comes through, okay? It's over, back in, He's coming through, back in. Another thing you want to probably do is have the people have their hands up as though they're in a fight. Okay, so bring both hands up. Okay, this is where we want it to travel from. Okay, so he's reaching in, bridge. He reaches through again, bridge. He reaches around, over top. He's reaching around. There's that bonsai again, through the middle, slap and slide with that elbow, boom. Grabs the wrist, I just pivot, boom, okay, comes back through, and now he just starts feeding. And I respond to whatever he's doing. Good. And you're working this. And as we go now, once you get used to it, he now starts wanting to actually try to grab for that spot. So we're in, and you guys can go and grab for those spots. Okay, you're not trying to go super fast, but you're trying to grab for the spot while you're learning. After we do this, I'm going to then start uprooting the person. Now we're not going to get into this too much right now, but there will be a second portion of it. Once I've done that, as he comes in, the hand that's free first redirects the vision, then I strike. Notice that I'm still maintaining this contact. He comes back in with something else. I go through, strike, strike, back down. As we're doing this, I'll do a short space. He comes in, right? I'm going to deflect. Now I'm going to uproot him as I'm doing this. He comes back again. Okay? I'm uprooting him as we're doing this. Boom. So this is the beginning of the bridge. Windshield wiper, blowing the bonsai, tonsai, coming through, okay? And you're just learning how to work this game. And again, later I can have the strikes. He comes back again. I can bridge, I can strike. We can add knees, elbows, and everything as you get this first stage. So just learn this one, guys. All right, so let's look at each one of these techniques for a second. I'm going to break down each one. So first one is that windshield wiper again. As you see it from this angle, I'm using the Chi Sao with the tonsai, rotating the body. This could be a strike if I wanted to. This can be a follow-up strike, and I can later on pin this and go into closer techniques. So once again, the windshield wiper is here. Chi Sao, ton, rotate the body, bridge, and you choose on what you want to do for striking or controlling. Let's do it from this side. Yeah, so windshield wiper right here. You can see these strikes coming in. You can see how I can take controls. I can wrap it up. I can do all kinds of stuff from here. Let's go back in. So next one, he's coming in the bonsai. So these just roll. See how I'm using this? I want this to go nice and high over. My body rotates with it. Okay, so I'm clearing the space. His hand is far away from my face. One thing I see people do that's wrong is as it comes in, they collapse here. And inside of 90 degrees, if this is a blade or something, I'm gonna get stuck, okay? So I wanna make sure that I'm reaching out away as though I'm doing a front crawl swim stroke, okay? Then I'm gonna pick it up and bridge back in, and then we've got our smaller techniques from there to there. Third one, okay? Let's bring the bonsai from this side too. So you see it again, rolling it across, you see how my shoulder, my body, my hip rotates a bit, and I'm back in for whatever I wanna do. You can take anything from there. Good. Third one is he's coming for the body shot, okay? So this could be a punch to the body, it could be anything. I'm working on this Chi Sao deflection. Now, let's bring it to the other side. So when I'm doing this, you see how the elbow is inside of the wrist. This prevents him from getting through to a grappling position, from getting in and around my waist. So as I'm doing that, I can then shoot off. We have a famous one that we love doing, which is the up and over, where I shoot right off there. I go ahead, but I'm still maintaining that bridge, so as he comes back to grab hold or do whatever, I can still maintain. So this is your bridging. And then the final one that we had is him reaching across to grab my wrist. So he grabs, okay, and I just tonsai. Tonsai again, just like the Chi Sao, it goes inside, the elbow's inside the wrist, not outside. Outside, you got all this space that they can get through. Keep that elbow in, drop this shoulder slightly, whether it's Chi Sao or tonsai. And of course, once I've got these, you guys have all of your lock advantages that you can do. You can take anything from here. So try these out. Let me know what you think and give me some comments on this. Talk to you soon.